Do you remember how old you were when you turned your first truss rod?
No, I don't know. Maybe it must be later on. I mean, I didn't had so much to do with instruments until maybe 12 or 13.
But he was at least on his first show in Frankfurt when he was 9 years old or 10 years old. And when later on we took him to the NAMM show and briefing the business from the beginning. And I mean, believe me, they had a lot of fun in Frankfurt on a music show, or they had even fun in America. I know the first fight I had with my wife, where I was saying, well, Nicola has to come even to the NAMM show. Maybe he was 12 or 13 years old or whatever. And I said, no, fuck with school, take him with us to the USA. And he has to see what's going on.
You know what? You are a machine, man. As a matter of fact, you're like an organic machine. You're like the AI before an AI with real organic parts. And I love the way you think. A lot of people, they think discipline is like hard work. But when discipline becomes natural, it becomes enjoyable because you don't know how to do anything else. Nothing feels better than achieving something through discipline. It's not hard
Yes.
work because a real result that you know you can repeat again and keep growing on. This is the fun. That's when you start having fun, when you're serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, my first 30 years were really, really difficult. But what we achieved today, or how the company is today, it is so much fun. But it takes ages. You have to be very patient. And being in the music business as an instrument maker, this is probably the most difficult and most shitty job you can decide. It
Well,
is not being an artist. Well, many musicians never succeed, and this is for them painful too. But maybe they have beside their another job, or they're working in a company or whatever. But being an instrument builder, this is very difficult, and it's even not very profitable to being an instrument builder, because you must invest so much money if it is wood, if it is machines, etc. And when nobody's buying your products, it is not Fender, it is not Yamaha, it's not Ibanez. It's then being outside of the US, even Canada. I mean, Canada is a small market too, even a better music market as Germany, what people spend on instruments. But if you go to Europe, Europe is not the rock and roll market. So being from here, you have to work double. You have to do far, far more to succeed worldwide as an instrument maker. And in that case, we were very lucky. I mean, my first export customer, I still remember, it was 83 or 84, was Mike Kloof from Long McQuaid. And he bought my first basses in a Chicago musical show. And I remember when I were coming back and I was saying, well, I sold instruments in the USA and to Canada. I said, we will grow like heavy. It was the opposite, because it's some of my American clients which said, we pay later. Well, they never paid. I come with a motivation back from the US for my first show that I say, we can do it. It was not the money again, and even falling in a hole after without getting the money or things like that. Not Long McQuaid. Long McQuaid paid all the time. But we had a couple of American customers, especially in Chicago. I bought over the booth to them, and they never paid us. And this was a lot of money for me, even this was only a couple of instruments. But bringing back and coming back with this positive experience. But it took again 30 years when we were very clear very soon in Japan. And still Japan is one of our major markets today. And you find no other market where so many custom shops get sold as in Japan. With Sadowski together, as you know, we are producing now since a couple of years in licensed Sadowski basses, which was even, God blessing, this agreement with us. And that Roger didn't went to an American company or to a Japanese company. He went to for a small German company. I mean, don't consider we are big. We are, as instrument makers, very small comparison to others. If you look today to Japan, Warwick and Sadowski are the two leading instruments in the Japanese market. Or if you look today to America, Warwick is in a very leading position in the small market share we are. because 99 or 95% are fender driven, and only 4 or 5% are the exotic models like Fodera or even like Spectre or like Merlot or some other smaller makers. These are exotics and a very small market share. But in this small market share, Warwick is, for example, is for sure the leading manufacturer in the world, but on a very small part.
I always
Yes.
like to call it in the non-FSO world.
The
Not
non-FSO world.
FSO. Oh my goodness.